Well, it's a bit of a windy day today, and I've just come out in the orchard, and you can see here the pear blossoms starting to come down. It's a bit like confetti. I don't know how well you can pick this up on here. Every time there's a gust of wind, all the blossom starts blowing off the leaves. Hopefully that's a sign that it's been pollinated. And I also noticed in the other orchard that the apple blossoms just starting to come out. There, you can see it now. There you go. I don't know how well this is showing it. Gust, look. A bit like snowflakes. You see it all on the ground. Here we go, I brought my trusty stepladder down, so we'll go along and have a look up the tree now at the blossom. And it's looking pretty good. The sun's gone in now, which doesn't help, but it's really nice to see the blossom out. It's got a sort of pinky tinge to the white. Let's have a closer look anyway. Wow. Well, I've come up into the canopy of the apple blossom and it just looks brilliant. You can just see the very white flowers there. And on the edges of the ones that haven't really come out properly yet, very much sort of pinky colour. If you look up at them, it's great just looking up against the blue sky. I mean, this is a lovely place to be now, mid-April, in amongst all this apple blossom. I mean, it's got a lovely aroma. Okay, little bits that haven't come out yet. And then bits that are about to come out, and ones that have. Well, I don't know if you can see anything there. There's quite a few bees buzzing around. Obviously you need the bees for the pollination. There's no way all this apple blossom is going to set to apples, and what you'll find is that probably you'll get, maybe if you're lucky, one apple set out of a whole bunch of apple blossom on it. See that bunch there? Maybe you'll get one apple out of that. I mean, obviously a tree couldn't really hold this many apples if all these blossoms took. It's typical, isn't it? I can't see a bee now. They were here when I was up the tree, first of all. You can hear a gentle buzzing. Oh, you can just see them at the top of the tree spinning around. I don't know whether you can catch them. Yeah, well, it was worth getting up a stepladder for, wasn't it? And you can see there's another one out. Right, we'll just nip and have a look at that one as well, see if it's much different, because it's a different variety. Here we go, I've got all the up the step ladders to this one. And if you can probably look at the blossom here, it's got a slightly more pink tinge to it. Sort of around the edge of the leaves there's a pinkish tinge, which the other one didn't have. Well, it's still beautiful against the blue sky. And you can just see through another tree there. See, it's later, much later. the buds of the blossom are just coming in, sort of a pinkish tinge to them, but they're not out yet. And if we look around the rest of the orchard, there's an older apple tree there that's come out. Pear tree is just going over. There's the apple I was just up. And then there's some more apple trees here where that cow's grazing. There's a couple of young pears. Pear tree that we looked at about 2 weeks ago is going over now. Another pear conference, that is. And these apple trees here, that one there, look, really not got going yet with the blossom. So probably need another week on that. Pear tree over there, oh no, yeah, that's a pear tree. I think that's a Williams pear. That one's coming out in full bloom now, so that's later than the conference. Of course, over the hedgerow you can see the yellow maize, yellow rape come into blossom. And she's looking lovely. Not quite out fully yet. And then quite nice, really perfect setting really. The cattle in the bottom orchard, or what was the bottom orchard, they're just grazing away there. And the airplane going over, but otherwise full of bird song up here. Zoom in on that. That's the end of the orchard video.